So, after a bunch of box office flops, we are very here and happy to say that Sydney Sweeney has finally dropped something that is literally blowing up at the box office right now. That movie is The Housemaid. I'm actually very pleased with this movie. I was going into it pretty much like, okay, whatever this is, it is what it is. But I will say the cast of Sydney Sweeney, Amanda Seyfried, and Brandon Sklenar, it's actually a really good cast. I mean, it's only three major people, and they're just all really good. I mean, Sydney Sweeney's okay. She's better than some other films she's in, but Amanda Seyfried is like the standout. She is the performance in the movie. She's so good. And at first, you're like, if you didn't read the book, you're just kind of being like, what the hell is wrong with her the whole time? But when you finally see it, it is gold. And Amanda Seyfried plays it so. I think it's Seyfried. Help me out in the comments if y'all know. But it's just a fun movie, man. Like not fun and like, ooh, let's go and enjoy it with everyone. But it is just, on a $35 million budget, it made 181 million so far. I think it's generated the past 200. So on a $35 million budget, they can't call this a failure. They literally can't, and that's the beauty of it. But yeah, Sydney Sweeney plays a woman who was like, believe she was in jail for 10 years for a murder that she committed at boarding school, and she's looking to find a job so she can stay out of trouble, and she ends up being a housemaid, and the whole movie just kind of goes down from there. It's insanity for what's going on. I mean, she's looking for a stable income. She ends up stumbling upon this family who seems very wealthy, who's going to look for a housemaid, and all hell just breaks loose. There's so many dark secrets, psychological games, escalating tensions. It's just crazy. Like the predicaments that like develop, you just don't see it coming. It's crazy, but it is well done. The tension's done really well. The feeling is done well. That like thought of like, yo, this could be anybody right now, is in your head the whole time. In my opinion, especially when stuff starts to get like really bad. But you feel so bad too, and I can't say why, because my whole point is to get people to be at least intrigued to go see the film, or see the film if it comes out. I'm more of a cinema experience person. I love going to the cinema. That's why I'm an AMC A-lister. But I understand that that's not for everyone. Sadly, the movie experience is dying. But I will say, if this is something, if you guys like psychological thrillers, that like domestic drama, erotic thrillers stuff with some twists, then you'd really like this movie. If not, then don't waste your time going to see it. But it is just it's just how do they get the right amount of tension, and how do they get the right amount of like to make it fit. It all comes off of the actor. Sydney Sweeney does a good enough job as Millie, and I understand. I had a friend who told me she didn't think it like Sydney Sweeney should have been picked, and I kind of see why. But also, Sydney Sweeney was probably the selling point. Let's be honest here. Let's just be honest here. And Amanda Seyfried, I mean, she's always fun to watch. I don't think there's ever a time where I'm like, I really hated her in this movie. You know what I mean? I enjoy Amanda Seyfried. But anyway, this movie has done so well in such a good amount of time at the box office. A sequel was pretty much announced not that long ago, and I believe it's going to be called The Housemaid's Secret, which is already slated to begin production this year because it's like pretty much on the ball that it's probably going to be successful if people really like this one. And Sydney Sweeney and Paul Feig are expected to return, so that's the main star and the director. And the way the movie ends is kind of like, huh, didn't think it was going to end with this kind of like she has a mission type thing going on. I mean, it's kind of embedded in her character, given how we know how she goes to jail, and it's also kind of given the fact that apparently she has just natural reactions like that to things like that on a regular whole basis. So yeah, sure, that's probably how that's gonna go. It's just thinking back on it, based on like, oh, she went to jail for 10 years and this and third. I'm like, she came out of prison just fine because he ain't had no scars, had no bruises, no nothing. And I'm like, man, Sydney Sweeney, I do see why my friend didn't think this was a go real. And it's not that Sydney Sweeney can't be a badass or anything like that. I just don't think this role require. Like, I think this role should have been somebody a little more believably in prison. And that sounds a little, wrong, but that's really probably what should have happened. But like I said, Amanda Seyfried did phenomenal. Now, is this like Amanda Seyfried did like the best performance Academy Award? No, I'm just saying like she does a really, really, really good job of what her character is supposed to be doing. Brandon Sklenar also surprised me. I know there was a April Fool's joke at the beginning of 2025 that he was the new Batman, and I watched this movie and I thought, he might actually be a pretty solid Batman. Just watching the movie, and I was like, the dude's jacked, the dude's got that millionaire playboy smile, and I thought, hey, put him in the bat suit, dye his hair a little blacker, see how he looks as Batman. So, like, it's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. So, yeah, all in all, the housemaid's solid. I think there's a lot of good symbolism and correlation and things like that. And I definitely recommend people see the film if you can. If you can't, wait till it comes on streaming. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised at the outcome of the film. So, with that being said, let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more. I will see y'all on the next one.